I want to talk a little more about some of the lessons that I've had about being a CEO.
You know, at the business school, most of what you're learning about being a CEO isn't really taught in business school.
Well, I like to say that most of the lessons that I'm learning now, they were taught in business school, but I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't think but
let's face it, we learned from the index and not from the table of contents.
But I do want to point this out, that it took me so long to learn some of these lessons. I thought it was just about being a great entrepreneur. That's why I asked you guys. And we all write stories for ourselves, about ourselves. My story about myself through my whole career working for other people and as an entrepreneur was, I'm really damn good at my job, and I don't do politics, so screw the rest, and if there's bodies, leave them. I mean, it was just, I'm good at my job, and if this boss doesn't get it, forget them. I'm good at my job, and if this VC doesn't get it, forget them. And I was writing this kind of underdog story for myself of like, I don't do politics or this, that. What I didn't do was write this winning story. And so as a result of this, it took me too long to figure out the path I should be on, which was, I said, I'll just be a great entrepreneur. I don't care about this management stuff. I don't care about this CEO stuff. I don't need to be a world-class CEO. That's someone at GE. And so what ended up happening is I would lose control constantly, either through inadvertently or through the governance of my company. And it was because, and maybe at the time I should have lost control, because part of being a CEO is, can you make something happen when you're not in the room? I think the biggest test of if you're a good CEO is, can you map and communicate a strategy, a vision, a mission that will make somebody else do as good or better a job on it as you would have if you weren't in the room? And we can all figure out how to be a good entrepreneur. We can all figure out how to manage 15 people, maybe as much as 30. In the beginning of this company, I tried to personally manage 50 people. I mean, that's your breaking point. I had a phone call every morning, and I'd name every person and say, what are you doing today? It can't go past 50. It's nuts. So you have to figure out, well, what's the derivative? How do I put golden processes in place so that I can communicate these things? Because a lot of being a CEO is about communicating. First, you have to want to do that, which it took me like 15 or 20 years to even realize I wanted to do. So one thing I want to impart to you guys is, if you want to bring Google to the world, if you want to change the world through great consumer products, learn to be a great CEO. Want to be a great CEO. Write the story for yourself that you were all of it, because you can be. Write the story for yourself that you went to the places you weren't good at. Don't say, I'm not good at managing people, someone else can do that. I don't like to do blah, blah, blah. Like it all. And in case you have a little gap in your skills and the rest of the world doesn't see it yet, your insurance policy is keep control of your company. So this is one of my points that I go head-to-head with him on sometimes.
And you usually win.
What?
You usually win.
Well, he's brilliant because he makes me think I win. But I want to really...
You win.
We negotiate for the wrong things with the VCs. We negotiate to feed our egos because we all want a high valuation, right? Because you want to tell your friends, I got 10 million pre or whatever. But who gives a shit what the valuation is? All that matters is that you have control of the company. Don't give up control. If you're going to give up control, go home. I mean, I personally, and I have strong opinions, okay? There's plenty of cases you can show me where the company was going to go out of business or whatever and you had to do it, fine. But I would fight till the end for control, because if you don't have control of your company, you are an employee.